another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my brother Bryson.
Hello.
My father Gary.
Hello.
And my mother Shelly.
Hi.
Today's episode is brought to you by the My Little Homestead merchandise shop. If you'd like to get yourself a fun little design on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, or all kinds of other little products that we have over in our shop, you can check out the link in the description. We still have that 15% sale going on now through tomorrow. So that's still there. If you're like on the fence about it, now's your chance, 15% off.
Ooh,
so
that's
anyway.
good.
Garen and Ellie this week on the Weekly Peek, they put together a little mobile, and it had fun little stars and clouds.
Did a great job carving out each one of those. Both Garen and Ellie
And it
did a
had
great
a
job.
little giraffe there in the center, which was so cute. So cute. They did a great job. I thought we'd start off today with this fun comment here by Rebecca Miller. She said, okay, so Azalea's nursery animal was elephants. The new baby is giraffes. The young parents are Ellie and Garen. Am I the only one seeing an E and a G initial thing? Or is that just a happy coincidence?
Yes. E and G, elephant and giraffe.
That's great.
I thought that was great. And she like went on to say something like, oh, that would be so funny if that was purposeful and you could do that for later on. I think that's just adorable. But it was just a happy coincidence, though. I mean, I don't
think.
we think. I mean, we could ask them, but
Yeah.
that was
Never
news to
know.
us.
Didn't think
They
about
didn't, they didn't say anything about that. So, but that is hilarious. Okay, so but since we're on the animal track here, Mayron Murcoat says giraffes have purple tongues to prevent sunburn. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is interesting.
Their tongue can get sunburned.
Does purple not get sunburned?
So usually I save the idea stuff more for the end of the episode, but this one just fits right into the subject that we are currently on, which is Azalea. And
Yes.
the new little
Everything
baby.
revolves around her.
Yes.
Yes.
Momentarily until the
So-
new ones come along.
Francine Levine says Azalea and her little sibling needs a sandbag playhouse with a Dutch door windows and fairy door too.
Aww.
Isn't that would be so cute to make? We talked about doing a little playground area out here, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did years
Yeah.
ago talking
Yeah.
about all kinds of different. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
sandbags.
they'd be happy with just cardboard box.
I
Look,
think
I have a
pit
castle.
of green sand would be like the best thing on planet Earth.
Oh my gosh, you
The
just
green
segued
sand
us
gets
so
really
beautifully.
hard.
You
but
just segued us beautifully into our next comment. Did you know that?
did not even
Because
know that.
our next comment
Wink,
is from,
wink. No,
is
I'm
from
just joking.
our next comment
Take
here.
advantage of every moment.
Our next comment here is by Dan Smith, and Dan Smith says, Bryson, did you make or purchase the green sand? Now, before you answer this question, I'm so sorry, but just to set it up in case you didn't see the Weekly Peek, Bryson casted some handles for our two doors, our azalea, flower, and hummingbird doors in the kitchen for our pantry and hallway. You casted some really neat
We
handles.
should have done an elephant and a giraffe.
Well, I think the idea of those handles
Which
were...
would be opposite from the
I
doors.
think the idea of those handles were to have a hummingbird on the azalea door and an azalea on the hummingbird door. So kind of to tie the doors together.
Did I do that right?
Yes, you did. And
Oh,
I came in
okay.
and I was like, he did it right. Whoop.
Well,
'Cause
it
we
was a
hadn't
good thing too
mentioned it
because
in a while, but
it
you
would
did
not
it.
have fit on the other way around.
Oh.
Like it
Oh,
only
that's
would have
good.
fit that way.
That's
It really worked out okay. But to answer the initial question on did we buy the green sand or make it, I have in the past. I've made green sand. It is impressively hard to make, and I don't know if it's just because I wasn't doing it right. I don't know, not buying the right materials. I don't know, but it was really hard, and I just decided not to mess with it. I thought, I should buy some green sand, see what green sand's supposed to be like. Maybe I'll try making it in the future. I don't know. But this time around, we ended up buying green sand just for the ease of use of it.
So what is green sand made out of? Something green?
Yes.
Why is it green?
Why is it called
That's a
green?
good idea.
I don't know.
good
Maybe
question.
the first green sand they made was green. So they were like, green sand.
Sometimes we say when something's not quite evolved or put
Cured.
together, it's called cured. It's called green.
Maybe you get the green aspect to be like, how being green, you want to renew things. The green idea. So like maybe it's called green sand because there's no costing investment that's put into the object. You can reuse it.
But isn't it colored green?
I thought it was a little green in color.
It
look
looks a little green. I don't know if
color.
that's just my eyeballs.
It
but
does.
looks
Maybe
green to me.
that's why. It's only like
Is it
what?
made from green rocks or something?
I mean, I
No,
love all
it's
these
only
ideas.
like
so-
clay and sand, I think.
green clay.
They get it from the
apparently.
Green Mountain.
Maybe it's made from algae.
Little green men
Little green
are
men.
oaring it. They're shoveling
Where do you
it
think the
up.
little soldier guys come from?
Yeah, they have little green picks.
No wonder it's so
Hi-ho.
expensive.
It's off to work we go.
Oh no.
So speaking of walls, which we weren't speaking of walls, but we're going to.
We can build walls with green
Oh,
sand.
speaking of walls.
Oh, speaking of walls. Okay, now this is going to be on our wall, which we just finished this week. I finished the little sun in the little mountainscape on our wall. Dynamic Videos asks, are you going to paint the stucco after it dries on the bottom wall? So are we planning on painting that wall? Or are we going to keep it stucco-y?
We've been planning on painting it. I think we probably will. If for some reason the gray is just so outstanding when we get done, we won't. But you know it's.
Oh,
we're gonna
you
want
know
to
it's
paint
not going to be.
You're gonna want it colored, something fun.
I know. I was even thinking of maybe seeing if Shay could come and do something artsy on it too. I mean, there's already art on it, but maybe she can just help it along to make it look like what it is or something.
I
You know.
have a question. Why don't we dye the cement?
Well, I think we long
Ooh.
But,
You
but
dye
aren't
it a
we kinda
lighter
past
color.
That, though? I mean,
No.
no. But what about? It's got to
Dyeing
tie
it, have
into
all the
our
art
creek
sections.
and our.
No. He's talking about the stucco, right? Dye the stucco.
Dye the stucco.
Yeah, but
But it has to match up to the gray.
Oh, right. I forgot what you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
I like it though. But
Hi-ho.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's off to work we go.
Stephen Council had a great question here.
Stephen.
Yes, Stephen said, just curious, with the end of the bottle being sealed off in the mortar, wouldn't the summer heat from the sun cause that bottle to split or break? We have bottles, and we've put bottles in our walls for years, and we've never had that happen. You guys can probably say this better, but my only thought is that the mortar doesn't really seal anything. It's porous. It's something that breathes, so I don't think it pressurizes the bottles any.
Does that sound right? Good.
Does that sound like
good,
a...
Gare?
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking too, like, I would imagine the mortar has very similar properties to glass and stuff due to the fact that it's from the same area. Sand is glass in a way. So I kind of feel like it's similar.
We've seen have been in
Maybe
the
that's
desert
why it doesn't
areas.
crack. I don't know.
So
Yeah, they've done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they ever have issues
They
cracking.
stand for.
There's that bottle
There's one
house
that's
we
like
went and
almost
saw.
100 years
Gets
over
hit
100
with,
years.
Gets hit with a rock or something, then that would break.
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting
it just
fact.
makes it gives it a little
Interesting
texture is all.
fact.
I don't know if this is a fact or not, but interesting thing, glass is considered a liquid.
Oh. Considering liquid.
And in fact, if you look at really old panes of glass, the bottoms of them will be thicker than the top because over time they settle.
Speaking of glass,
Oh yes, actually, seriously, speaking of glass, you guys are good today. I didn't show you these, but you're good. Chad here said, "Looks like you are almost ready to raise the roof." Because we did those sun rays on the spelt like rays.
Clever. That's very clever.
Chad back at it again with the puns. I gotta love that. This is a question here by Shell Bell. You could mean this both ways because we have two of these under construction, or had them under construction. But Shell Bell asks, did the master bedroom get finished? I think Garen Ellie's got finished, and that was, last week maybe? Mm-hmm. But then we still have the master bedroom that for Mom and Dad's master bedroom, and that one is still is a work in progress.
Yes.
So are we?
Yeah, and it's definitely moving along. We just are collecting footage, and it's coming soon. That's combined with the master bath, too. Gary, I think this week you're going to be pouring that concrete sink. So that's going to be...
All right.
I do have to say, though, that I love the name Shell Bell because growing up, my brother used to always say, Shelly's belly's full of jelly. It reminded me of that when I heard Shell Bell.
I love that name. It's great. It makes you smile. Icepick asks, are Garen and Ellie still working on the camper van? And I believe after the baby comes, that's going to be the next project that they're going to sink their teeth into, is back into that camper van. They took a break briefly on it to get their house in order for the baby.
There was a question, too, about the purple baby room or the azalea's room.
There's one here by Cecile. Did Garen and Ellie get video of putting together the toddler bed? And that was the room and that toddler bed that's in here and the horse. They didn't.
I saw that. I came over to the house. I saw that Ellie showed me. It was so cute. And I said, did you get that on video? And she said, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
but I think she might be
did.
making another one
Yeah.
down the road, which she might put that one on video. But if you caught, too, you saw a little rocking horse there. Garen actually made that, carved that, gave that to Azalea on her first birthday. And he did not get that on video either, but you can see
You
it there.
should have filmed it because that's really cool. Yeah.
But that's okay. I think that they were kind of crunched for time and they were doing other video at the same time. And it's kind of nice not to have to video some projects, that you're doing. So it's like, we get it. It's sad, but we get it. So
There are some projects we don't film too, just 'cause we can't.
we're
Can't
taking
get
the trash
everything.
out today. This is our project. We're going to dump the trash.
We built
Y'all
this
want to come with
beautiful
us?
trash can.
Yes.
Loading the truck up, going to the dump.
Going to the dump. So anyway. Okay.
This is our dump here in town. You see there's garbage to your left and garbage to your right.
We're going to dump it right here in the middle.
And watch the big old tractor scoop it into that truck over there. Just some things are not entertaining enough.
Grace Burgess said, I'd love to see how the kitchen has held up since you finished it. What works, anything you would add, or maybe something you guys don't use.
I think when it comes to the kitchen, I wouldn't change a single thing. I love the kitchen. I love it.
beautiful.
I
It's
love the tree in the middle. I still stare at it in the morning when I'm having my coffee. Although my eyes have recently been diverted to the hummingbird handle. I can't hardly get my eyes off it. But I just love all the stuff in there, and I love all the hands that put it together. It's so special to me, and I wouldn't change a thing. Now, Gary, on the other hand, I think he would rather have wider aisles.
Much wider.
That's never wide enough for Gary
And actually,
in the kitchen.
gates on the ends there, so no one can get in there when I'm in there.
We pace, we pace. Somehow
do.
we get three of us going in there. And when three, you can get two pretty easily. We get three, everyone kind of stops and then goes through. So we
It's
do
kind of
have
like a
sometimes.
clog in the
It's like
pipe,
a clog,
you
and then
know?
everybody's like, oh, we're stuck. And then it's like, oh, we're good.
I get this thought in my process going when I'm cooking is that I'm thinking about this step and the next step and maybe the next step before that. So I have to need to move from one thing to, while I'm thinking about that, I'm moving to another. And I got to bump into 10 people on the way there. It's just difficult to cook.
It is 10 people. It's just us over and over again because somehow we pace in the kitchen.
Bryson
And then we
has
go
been
around in a
known to
circle.
go pacing right through that thoroughfare, back and around.
It's a very nice
And
walkway.
of course, he's talking about
It's a
something.
very
He's
nice
going
walkway.
on it.
And then
He's
there's dogs.
thinking.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
there's
there's
dogs.
dogs.
Same thing.
They are.
Everyone just goes in a
wait
circle.
for stuff to fall. And
You know what I find absolutely hilarious? We have this huge kitchen, and we're like, it's just the alleyways could be just a little bigger.
they were big to begin with. They're really big.
They are really. No, I think it's just perfect. If you don't have crazy people trying to all go through the same pathway at one time, it really is. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I think we've settled right, and everything has held up really, really well so far. I've been very,
I
very
think
happy.
we're ready for a tune-up on the cabinets. So they tend to settle and need
Okay.
a little adjustment and stuff like that. So
Nothing I would
but that's about
nothing
it.
I would notice. That's only what Gary.
Well, it's because
That's only
cabinets off like that much. Can you see? Just a bit there,
If you're just listening, you can't see anything.
blink. Oh, there it is.
Blink. Oh, yeah, okay. No.
basically 2 millimeters to the left.
2 what?
Millimeters.
What are those?
Very, very small measurements.
Quarter-inch. Feel better?
No.
No, it's 0.001
There
of
we
an
go.
inch.
Let's get her down there to the decimal.
That's why you don't do some things in standard. Metric is good sometimes.
That works good in Europe. All you Europeans out there, you've got metric system.
Yeah.
All right, I think we'll leave that there.
I wanted to say something though too. One more on that
sure.
on the hummingbird handles. The one thing that we forgot to put in the video, and I don't know what happened to it, but you actually did all the designing of those handles and 3D modeled them.
Made
And-
everything from top to bottom.
Are you going to have that out there on Thingiverse for people to download if they want, or
Yeah, I could do that.
that would be neat because
I mean, they're not like a completed handle, so you wouldn't make it out of plastic. You would need to cast them. Yeah, I could do
Yeah,
that.
or maybe somebody could, if they wanted to keep them plastic or something, could somehow attach them
their
together.
own-
Yeah, I mean, we needed metal
Connections
because the
to-
doors are fairly heavy. So
But if you had a
But for a
pretty light
cabinet
door,
Yeah, pay
Yeah,
them
if
up
you wanna
there.
do
Someone
something
might
like
be able
that.
to use it.
Yep.
It's a cute design. They're just
Yeah.
big. It'd be a big handle, but
well,
Well,
you can
you
make it
just
smaller.
shrink them.
Make
Yeah.
it smaller, and
this is nice.
yeah, I could do that.
Okay,
I
good.
could put the designs in there.
All
It's
right.
nice to have that on there. I've used a lot of people's different designs on there all the time. It's kind of nice to be able to give back to it when you design something and back to that
build the
community.
library up for people. Yeah, absolute.
It's a pretty
All
large
right.
library too.
Well, I think that's going to wrap us up for us today. We wanted to thank our Patreon supporters for giving every month. Really appreciate you. If you are interested in giving just like $1 or $2 a month, our link there will be down in the description for that. We really appreciate it. That goes to our projects and little things that we like to do around here. So that is very helpful. And thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing and sharing our content. We really appreciate it. That helps get the word out and helps us grow. Your help on that is we just really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being a part of our family, being a part of our talk and conversation today, and we look forward to hanging out with you on Friday for another weekly peek. Bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome to another. Wait. Oh my gosh! I stopped and I was like, oh my gosh, we need a countdown, but we already got one. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. No. No. We're good. Thank you. Okay.